What's good, everybody? So I just wanted to do a quick update on XRP and just get a quick video out. So basically what I'm looking at here for XRP is right now we're running into resistance at this daily 55, as I've mentioned. So you can see that we've literally run back into where we was previously holding support back here. You can see that support, kept hitting our head on this 20 EMA as it was coming down, and we lost that support, okay? And we met a technical target, I do believe, of some sort of descending triangle or horizontal here, came down, found the low, okay? So we found the low. That was previous support. So what you can see is XRP has lost that support, okay? And then it's come up to it once as resistance, came back down, started holding lows, come back up to it now twice as resistance. So this is a very strong area of resistance for XRP at around 38-39 cents, okay? But one thing I've noticed is that within finding these lows here, okay, we have been sort of ascending, creating higher lows since. Okay, so in some sort of sense, whether it's an ascending triangle, I'm not 100% sure, but you can see from rough closes that you are forming some sort of ascending level of support and higher lows, okay, which is good structure. It's good to see that, you know. But if these start getting lost and you start losing these and, you know, you come down, lose this 20 EMA here, hit your head on it as it's coming up, you know, and coming down and losing this low, you know, that's very negative, and turning that into resistance, it's very negative for XRP, and that's where you can see downsides to around about 25 cents, I think it is, okay? You know, that's all a big possibility. But one thing I've noticed equally that's relatively good is you can see from these lows, we came up, we attacked the 20, and we got rejected, okay? We ran back into that resistance, as I've said, previous support turned resistance. We've then come back down, formed a higher low, tried to break out from the 20 again, and we got rejected at resistance, came back down, and then you can see again we formed a higher low, and this time we broke above the 20, but we've been rejected by the 55. Okay, so this is relatively normal. This will happen once you get above one. You know, you sort of run into the other and you test that, and it normally acts as resistance. So this daily 55 right now is something that XRP does need to get above, and what I would like to see here is this 20 is creeping up, okay, and this 55 is coming down. So you're getting some sort of squeeze here. You know, if you do something like this and you start to squeeze up in a pattern here, you are going to get some sort of break over the next, you know, few days. It could be by August, early August, okay? And potentially what XRP could be in is some sort of massive ascending triangle here, where you're coiling down with a level of resistance and support, and eventually you are going to get a break somewhere. You know, you either lose support, this ascending level of support, or you break this level of resistance that was previously support back in May. So there's a lot going on at the moment. You know, it's still in limbo. There's no confirmation signs for me that we are out of the woods and that we're going to be looking to break out. You know, what we need to see happen is this 38 cents broken, okay, come back, ideally hold this 20 here, get a bounce off that, break back above the daily 55 and 38 cents, and equally hold either one of those. If we do hold above 38 cents, that's giving more confirmation that you're going to come up and start tackling these previous highs that we was falling down from before. Okay, and if that was to happen, what you could see is potentially XRP would be forming some sort of head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders. So you could have this as your head, left shoulder, this could be a head wherever. You could come back down and land on this ascending level of support here, okay, and this ascending level, and then start to come up, okay. And if you was to come up and then re-tackle this 100 daily moving average, you can see that would tie up with this sort of level of resistance here at around 44 cents. If you was to come up then and start pulling back to previous support, previous resistance that we're hitting our heads on now, that 38 cents, and hold that as support, that is where you could get the right shoulder. Sorry, that's a bit messy, but initially you could be coming up and forming some, up here, run into resistance, okay, come back, form that right shoulder before you get your breakout. And if that was to occur on the daily time frame, this is a bullish scenario. If that was to occur, you would have roughly an estimated target, I think, of around, that's where the resistance line is at 44 cents. Let me just get this rough. We would have a breakout target of, you know, we'll be looking at getting ourselves back up to around 65 cents. And I know that's a long stretch, and for the way the market is at the moment, it seems like it's not going to happen, but you know, anything is possible. Anything is possible. It all depends on this structure here moving forward. Now, if I get a fib on, okay, so I'm just going to mark that level right there, roughly at 66 cents. If I get a fib on, and just clear this bits up, get all this out of the way. So, if we get a fib on from these lows, okay, back up to this high here, you can see that what that roughly does is get us back above or up to near enough this 1618 target. Okay, and you can see that on this fib retracement here, that right now XRP is basically for a second time off this low, running into the 0618. Okay, and that is strong resistance. Okay, the 050 and 0618 are strong resistance. You need to get back above those and hold. So as I've said, also on this retracement fib, you can see here the 382 is 34 cents, and that's why I keep pointing out 34 cents, equally the daily 20 EMA, needs to act as support. Okay, you want to start seeing that as support and coming up and attacking this 55 EMA as it comes down. Okay, but as I've said, equally you could lose that and start retracing back down to an ascending level of support here, which to me would tie up with 31 to 32 cents at the 236. Okay, so it all ties up. This ascending level of support that XRP is holding, it's got higher lows from this low. Okay, and that would tie up with the 236. So dots and dots are fitting together. On retracement schemes, also, let me see where that 32 to 31 cents ties up. From this high, going back down to this low here, okay, because that's where we're currently retracing to. We go to a high, coming back to a low, okay? So support and resistance. Now, as I've said, the 786, which is where XRP kind of likes to hold itself, is 31 cents. 33 to 34 is the 618. So you could, as I've mentioned, we could be coming down here to the 050, get rejected at 34, and then push to the 33 or 31 on this ascending level of support here. Okay, it's all about finding support and resistance. Okay, so that could be an ABC play there, or you can have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, a retracement down. But this ascending level of support needs to hold for XRP. If it doesn't, and you turn that to resistance and start losing these loads, it's very negative, and you could be looking to come down to the 1618 at 26 cents. Okay, that's the bearish scenario there. Okay, so you've got targets down here where they need to hold, like 33 to 31 cents on retracement here. And if they are lost and this ascending level of support is lost, you've got these lower targets down here, which I'm looking at for XRP. Okay, so that's the bearish. Again, one more time to go through the bullish scenario. You know, going from the low down here up to the high where it was retracing from, you could be looking at a massive pump up to 60. I did it at 66 cents. So why have I got that? Why is that different now? Yeah, roughly around 65 cents. So, and if as I've mentioned, okay, that 0618, get that bang on. That 0618 right now on the bullish retracement upwards is acting as key resistance, equally the daily 55. We need to come back for support here. Look for some sort of squeeze. This is what I'd like to happen. The EMAs are coming together for a squeeze, okay, and start forming some sort of horizontal here or bull flag, whatever you know. If we start holding and squeezing right here, we are going to get a break. We are going to get a break. And as I've mentioned, if we do have this left shoulder ahead, come up to that 100 EMA, okay, the 786 or whatever it may be, 42 to 44 cents, potentially even the 1 up here, and then start coming back to the 0618 or 050 and holding that, that's where you're going to get that massive inverse head and shoulders potentially playing out, and a break to the upside up to these technical targets at 64 to 66 cents. So that's the bullish side of it, okay, in my eyes. But right now it's still stuck in limbo. We are running into previous support turn resistance, and we do need to break above it. But right now, you know, it's not looking too bad. Okay, it's not looking too bad. We seem like we're caught between a rock and a hard place, getting squeezed between EMAs. If they're lost, as I said, if the EMAs are lost in this squeeze, this is my level I'm looking for, 31 cents for support. You know, you could range bound in this and get tightened up all into a corner before a break actually happens. But this is a bullish reversal pattern right here. This is a bottoming structure. So hopefully, you know, hopefully we do eventually break out. I guess some people would say that this is, again, potentially some sort of, in some sense, it could be some sort of rising wedge equally at the same time. You know, where this is support, previous support, and you can see that's now turned into resistance, and you are squeezing between ascending level of support and ascending resistance. So if you come up here and come up to this is where, if you lose support here, okay, this is where it could get negative, and you can start rolling back and testing these lower lows that we formed back in June. So yeah, that's a quick update, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, take care, peace out.